Hi there, welcome to today's painting tutorial. In this video, we're going to make a bokeh pumpkin. So let's get started. And you can find the reference photo for this picture linked in the description below. So I'm going to start with some dry brushing. I have this 1-inch paintbrush. I'm going to grab a little bit of this burnt umber color. I'm going to start putting that in kind of in the background. Okay, I'm trying to go around the subject as much as possible. Now I'm going to add some green into the mix. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of white and then come down this way. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of white in these corners up at the top. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more green. Then I'm going to take more burnt umber, mix that in. Okay, so now I want to add kind of some little bokeh dots. So I'm going to take this brush here. This is a small mop brush. So I'm going to take a little bit of white and a little bit of yellow, kind of mix those two together, and then see if I can kind of twirl my brush and make some dots. Take a little more white. Okay, so I'm putting these mostly in the corners. Take a little bit more yellow. So you want kind of a variety of yellow and white. And just try to make them pretty random. You could do different sizes if you had a smaller brush. And you can also kind of try to overlap some of them so that it's not looking too planned out. Okay, so then you can let that dry and then move on to the main subject. So now I added some beige, some light brown, and some orange onto the palette. And let's take a size 9 filbert brush, this beige color, and let's try to block in this kind of stump that the pumpkin is sitting on. Okay, I'm trying to overlap that background so that we get a smooth edge. Okay, and now let's fill in the stem of the pumpkin with this beige. Again, we're trying to go over that green. Okay, and then let's put in a mid-tone for the pumpkin. So I'm going to take some white, mix some orange, maybe a little bit of this light brown, and some of the beige. See if we could get a nice mid-tone. Okay, and then let's place that in. Again, we're going to go over that green background. And then we're overlapping the stump here. This filbert brush is good because it gives you nice curved brush strokes. Okay, and then you can let that dry and then we'll move to the next step. Now I'm going to take a size 6 filbert brush and I'm going to add some shadows to the stump. I'm going to do that with some burnt umber. So underneath here, it's pretty dark. And where the pumpkin is casting a shadow. And then the stump kind of comes down this way. I'm going to add some of this next brown color. Put some of that in. Okay, then I'm going to take some of the beige, kind of blend that in as well. Okay, and now let's focus on the pumpkin. So I'm going to take some of this burnt umber. Let's mix it with some of this lighter brown, some orange, just to get a darker value. And then let's try to add some of these kind of lines around the pumpkin and see if we can start to give it some shape. Just trying to think about the different sections. Okay, we might go all the way to the top area with those. Use the side of your brush to get a thinner line. Okay, I'm going to mix a little bit of a lighter color. Maybe add a little more beige to lighten that. Just going to add another layer. This is a mid-tone color. Okay, so now let's add a lighter value. So let's take some of the orange and some white. Might add a little bit of yellow in there as well. See if we can get a lighter, brighter color. Kind of place that towards the middle. I'm going to take a little bit more white so we can get a pretty light highlight. And let's start adding a highlight over on these sections here. Then on this one. Then up around the top. Okay, and then I'm going to take a straight white and try to really emphasize this highlight here and this one. Okay, so now let's try to add some texture onto this stem. I'm going to use this dry brush here, a size 0. I'm going to take some of this darker brown color or more of the mid-tone. I want to see if I can kind of dry brush some texture on here. Remove some of the excess paint. Okay, and then I'm going to take a lighter color, some more beige, remove the excess, and then see if we can dry brush that on there. Just little lines. Okay. And then let's try to do that with the stump. So I'm going to take some beige. Let's see if we can dry brush some of this texture. And then I'm going to take the size 4 filbert and let's emphasize the shadow, mix a little bit of that burnt umber, and see if we can come back and re-emphasize this shadow. Okay, I'm going to dry off my brush and then just try to blend the edges. Okay, I'm going to come back with the dry brush and some of that beige paint and add maybe a little bit of white on there too with the beige. Then add any final highlights. Put a little bit right there, a little bit on the stem. Maybe emphasize this one over here. Okay, and I think we will call this complete. So like and subscribe for more painting tutorials, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.